Take a deep breath and imagine a life where your mind feels like an open meadow. Your days flow with ease, and your creativity dances freely, unburdened by the chaos of modern life. In a world that's constantly buzzing, where your phone pings with notifications, your calendar is a jigsaw puzzle of obligations. Your home is stuffed with things you barely notice, and your thoughts are tangled in a web of shoulds and musts. This kind of spaciousness might feel like a fantasy. You rush from task to task, scroll through endless feeds, and buy things hoping they'll spark joy, only to feel more overwhelmed, more disconnected, and less creative than ever. But what if the key to unlocking your imagination, finding peace, and living with intention lies in something as simple yet profound as empty space? In Japanese philosophy, this is called ma, the art of embracing the space between things, the pause that gives meaning to words, the silence that lifts a melody, the gap that makes beauty possible. Today, I'm going to guide you through the transformative power of ma, weaving in the wisdom of Japanese concepts like minimalism, Wabi-Sabi, Motainai, Kaizen, and Danshari, to show you how empty space can ignite your creativity and lead you to a simpler, more intentional, and deeply fulfilling life. Let's walk this path together, slowly and thoughtfully, as you discover how to create a life that's not just full, but beautifully, purposefully spacious. Mei is a cornerstone of Japanese aesthetics and philosophy, often translated as the space between or the interval. It's the deliberate pause in a conversation that lets words sink in, the empty canvas in a sumi-e ink painting that draws your eye to a single brush stroke, the silence between notes in a koto melody that makes the music resonate. Ma isn't just absence, it's a presence, a conscious choice to let emptiness enhance meaning. Picture a traditional Japanese tea room, a few tatami mats, a single flower in a vase, and vast, uncluttered space. The emptiness isn't stark. It's what makes the flower captivating, inviting serenity and focus. Now, turn that lens on your own life. How often do you fill every moment with noise, every corner with stuff, every thought with worry? You might race through your day, checking emails while eating breakfast, or cram your home with decor, clothes, and gadgets, hoping they'll define you. Your mind, too, is packed with deadlines, comparisons, and the pressure to be productive, creative, perfect. This constant filling is exhausting, isn't it? It leaves your creativity stifled, your soul craving a moment to breathe, and your heart yearning for clarity. Ma offers a different way. It invites you to embrace the spaces, physical, temporal, mental, and emotional, that let your ideas, passions, and true self shine. By cultivating Ma, you're not emptying your life. You're making room for what truly matters, creating a canvas where creativity can flourish. Why is Ma so vital for a modern audience grappling with overwhelm? Today's world glorifies fullness, full schedules, full wardrobes, full feeds as signs of success. You're told that busyness equals worth, that more possessions mean more happiness, that constant stimulation is normal. But this relentless pace comes at a steep cost. Stress that tightens your chest, anxiety that clouds your thoughts, and a creeping sense that you're missing something deeper. Creativity, especially, suffers. You might long to write a story, paint a canvas, or dream up a new project, but your brain feels too crowded, too noisy to start. Ma counters this by showing you that less isn't loss, it's liberation. When you clear physical clutter, like a desk buried under papers, your mind feels less chaotic, opening pathways for ideas. When you carve out temporal space, like a 10-minute pause with no agenda, your thoughts can wander, sparking insights you'd never find in a rush. Emotionally, Ma means letting go of perfectionism or the need to please everyone, creating space for authentic self-expression. The benefits are profound and far-reaching. A calmer mind that's free to imagine, a body less tense from overstimulation, a soul reconnected to its creative spark. Ma also supports your relationships by prioritizing meaningful interactions over endless commitments. You deepen your connections. Financially, it's a balm. Consuming less saves money, easing the strain of keeping up. Environmentally, Ma aligns with sustainability, reducing your footprint by valuing what you have. Most importantly, Ma fosters inner peace, turning your life into a sanctuary where creativity, purpose, and joy can thrive. To see Ma's power, let's contrast two ways of living. Imagine a typical day. You wake to a blaring alarm, check your phone before your eyes fully open, and stumble through a cluttered kitchen to make coffee while answering texts. Your day is a whirlwind of meetings, errands, and scrolling, leaving you too drained to even think about that blog you want to start. Your home is a maze of unused items, your mind a tangle of to-dos, and your creativity feels like a distant memory. Now, picture a day with Ma. You wake gently, spend 5 minutes sipping tea in silence, and move through a tidy space with only what you need. You carve out 20 minutes to sketch or journal, and ideas flow effortlessly. Your evening includes a quiet walk. No phone, just the sound of your breath and the world around you. The difference isn't just in the actions, it's in the space. The first day fills every gap with noise, leaving no room for creativity. The second uses Ma to create breathing room, where inspiration can take root. This contrast reveals a truth. When you stop cramming your life with more, you make space for what's essential. Ma isn't about doing nothing. It's about doing what matters with intention and grace. How do you bring Ma into your life when overwhelm feels like the default? Let's explore practical, actionable steps infused with Japanese wisdom that you can start today. First, focus on your physical space as it mirrors and shapes your mental state. Choose one small area, a desk, a shelf, a drawer, and declutter it with Ma in mind. Ask 3 questions. Does this item serve a purpose? Does it bring me joy? Does it align with who I am now? If the answer is no, let it go. Donate, recycle, or repurpose it. But here's the crucial part. Don't fill the cleared space with new things. Leave it intentionally empty, or adorn it with one meaningful object, like a stone from a memorable trip or a single candle. This empty space becomes a visual embodiment of Ma, calming your nervous system and inviting creativity. Try this today. Spend 15 minutes decluttering a small area. Then sit with the emptiness for a moment. Notice how it feels. Lighter, clearer, or perhaps a bit unsettling. That unease is normal. We're so conditioned to fill space that emptiness can feel strange at first. Embrace it, and over time, you'll find yourself craving this clarity. To deepen the practice, extend Ma to other spaces. Clear one kitchen counter, leaving it bare except for a bowl of fruit, or tidy your digital desktop, keeping only essential icons. These small acts create a ripple effect, making your environment a sanctuary for creative thought. Next, create Ma in your schedule, where busyness often suffocates creativity. Modern life rewards constant activity, but a packed calendar leaves no room for the wandering mind that sparks innovation. Identify one time block each day, even 3 minutes, where you do nothing. No phone, no tasks, just presence. Maybe it's a morning pause to watch the clouds, or an evening moment to sit with your thoughts. This temporal Ma is like a blank page for your mind, where ideas can emerge unforced. To make it sustainable, anchor it to an existing habit. After brushing your teeth, sit quietly for 2 minutes, focusing on your breath. If your schedule feels too tight, practice Danshari, the art of letting go, by saying no to one non-essential commitment this week, a networking event that exhausts you, a favor you don't have energy for. This refusal creates temporal space, not just for creativity, but for rest and reflection. If you feel guilty about wasting time, remind yourself, Ma isn't waste. It's the fertile soil where inspiration grows. To track your progress, keep a small journal. Note how these pauses feel and any ideas that surface. Over time, you'll see how even brief moments of Ma recharge your creative energy. For a bolder step, try a Ma morning once a month. Block off 2 hours with no plans, letting your mind and body guide you. Maybe you'll draw, nap, or simply stare out the window. These moments of unstructured time are where breakthroughs often happen. Emotionally, Ma means clearing mental and emotional clutter, perfectionism, self-doubt, comparison, or the need to please everyone. Here, the Japanese concept of Wabi-Sabi, the embrace of imperfection, pairs beautifully with Ma. Instead of filling your mind with, "I'm not creative enough," or "I should be further along," create space for self-compassion. Try this exercise. Write down one thought that blocks your creativity, like, "My ideas aren't original." Then, reframe it with Wabi-Sabi. "My ideas are a unique reflection of me, rough edges and all." Let go of the original thought, creating mental Ma. This practice frees you to create without fear, whether it's writing a poem, sketching a scene, or brainstorming a business idea. If letting go feels daunting, start small. Forgive yourself for one minor failure today, like a messy email or a missed workout. Over time, this emotional Ma builds confidence, making your creative output more authentic and joyful. To deepen this, practice gratitude as a form of Ma. Each evening, write down one thing you're thankful for about yourself: your curiosity, your persistence, your quirks. This creates space for self-love, clearing the mental noise that stifles creativity. Ma also intersects with Mo Tai Nai, the principle of respecting resources and avoiding waste. By consuming less, fewer clothes, gadgets, or even social media posts, you create financial and mental Ma. Instead of buying new art supplies, repurpose what you have. Turn old paper into a collage or use a worn brush for a new texture. This not only saves money, but fosters creative problem solving, as constraints often spark innovation. Try this. Next time you're tempted to buy something for creativity, pause and ask, can I use what I already have? Maybe those old magazines can become a vision board, or that half-used notebook can hold your next story. Ma Tai Nai creates space by reducing the clutter of excess, letting your creativity focus on what's already in your hands. To bring Ma to life, let's meet Priya, a 38-year-old marketing coordinator whose creativity feels buried under stress. Her apartment is cluttered with unused craft supplies. Her days are packed with work and social obligations, and she hasn't painted in years. Inspired by Ma, Priya starts small. She clears her dining table, keeping only a single vase, and the empty space feels like a breath of fresh air. She notices herself sketching there one evening, inspired by the calm. She carves out 10 minutes each morning for Ma, sitting quietly with her tea, no phone. These pauses spark ideas for a new campaign at work, as her mind roams freely. Emotionally, she embraces Wabi-Sabi, letting go of the need for her art to be gallery-worthy. She paints a simple landscape, imperfections and all, and feels a rush of joy sharing it with a friend. Priya also practices Mo Tai Nai, reusing old canvases for new experiments, saving money, and rediscovering her resourcefulness. With Kaizen, she commits to 5 minutes of creative play daily, doodling, writing, or arranging flowers. Over months, her stress melts, her creativity surges, and her life feels spacious, intentional. Her home still has personality, colorful cushions, a quirky lamp, but it's infused with Ma, making room for her art and her soul. Ma is enriched by other Japanese principles, creating a holistic approach to intentional living. Kaizen, the art of small, continuous improvement, helps you build Ma gradually. Instead of decluttering your entire home in a weekend, tidy one shelf a day, creating pockets of Ma over time. Dan Shari supports Ma by helping you let go of not just objects, but obligations, grudges, or outdated dreams, creating space for what aligns with your values. Ikigai, your reason for being, guides you to fill Ma with purpose. Perhaps your creative spark lies in teaching a skill, volunteering your talents, or simply savoring the act of creation. Together, these concepts weave a life where emptiness is not lack, but potential. A canvas for inspiration, connection, and peace. What challenges might you face? Decluttering can stir emotional attachments, especially with sentimental items. If you hesitate to let go of a gift or heirloom, honor the memory by taking a photo. Then release the object if it no longer serves you. Temporarily, you might feel restless during pauses. Tempted to check your phone? Start with 30 seconds of stillness, building up to longer moments. Emotionally, letting go of perfectionism or comparison can feel vulnerable, especially if you tie your worth to output. Counter this by celebrating one imperfect creative act each week, a rough draft, a wonky sketch, and sharing it with someone supportive. If you fear Ma will make your life feel empty, experiment with balance. Pair empty spaces with one cherished item, or fill a pause with a single intentional act, like listening to a favorite song. These small steps make Ma feel safe and sustainable, easing you into its transformative power. As you weave Ma into your life, the shifts will be quiet but profound. Your home will transform from a storage unit into a sanctuary, its empty spaces calming your mind and inviting creativity. Your schedule will gain breathing room, reducing the anxiety of rushing and letting ideas emerge naturally. Your creativity will flourish. Maybe a new hobby, a side project, or a fresh perspective on an old problem. Financially, you'll spend less on unnecessary purchases, easing stress and supporting sustainability. Your relationships will deepen as you prioritize quality time over obligatory busyness, fostering authentic connections. Your body will feel lighter, less tense from the weight of overstimulation. Most importantly, you'll reconnect with your inner spark, the part of you that dreams, creates, and finds joy in the smallest moments, like the play of light on a bare wall, or the silence before a new idea takes shape. This is the gift of Ma, not a life of less, but a life of more clarity, more inspiration, more you. Let's pause for a moment. What's stirring in you right now? A flicker of excitement, a curiosity about what Ma could unlock, or perhaps a whisper of doubt. Can this really work for me? That's okay. Doubt is part of the journey, and Ma meets you where you are, asking only for a willingness to try. Imagine your life a month from now, then a year, spacious, intentional, alive with creativity. Picture a morning where you wake with ease, your space clear, your mind open, your heart full. This isn't a dream, it's a path, and it's yours to walk, one gentle step at a time. So, what will your first step be? Maybe it's clearing a single shelf, letting its emptiness spark a new idea. Or perhaps it's a 5-minute pause, letting your mind drift like a leaf on a quiet stream. Ma is not a destination. It's a practice, a daily choice to make space for what matters. You don't need to overhaul your life. You just need one small act, then another, with patience and trust. The journey is waiting, and it's leading you to a life that feels like home, a life where creativity soars, stress fades, and every moment holds the potential for beauty. What space will you create today? You create today. You create today. You create